Rightio. I think this is working. Let me know if this is working. I'm new to this. I've got the whole, StreamYard set up, and so I'm going live on Kick and Twitch at the moment. So I don't know how to put them. How do I put them things? Maybe, I don't know. Can you guys hear me all right? You guys hear me all right? Thank you. Can you guys hear me all right? Someone give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Yep, all good. All righty. Well, here we are, Q&A. So, yeah, welcome in everyone. It's been a while since I've done a stream. So, we'll just wait a little bit, wait for a few more people to get in, and then, we'll get to it. But, I've got these things to put up here. Boof, there you go. Loud and clear. Awesome. So I moved my camera so I could use the keyboard, but I mean, there's no point in using the keyboard because you guys can hear me. So I'm not going to need the keyboard. So I'll move this up a bit. Alrighty. So I am sorry about the flicker. I don't know what that is. It's like, must be something. I will figure that out. Right, hang on. Let's move this over here like this. And then I've got like perfect view of the comment section. Or maybe over here. That's probably the better. Whoa, thank you, Glenn Reed, for the super sticker. Thank you, mate. Dallywick, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Super thanks. All right. Well, yeah, we got 66 people in here. So, all right. So, like I said that I would answer the first 10 questions that commented on my video first. And so that's what I will do. And so the first two questions that I will answer are by my members. So a couple of my members. Glenn Sanderson, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the $10 super thanks. Thank you so much, legend. So So my members, Will D Beast, MF, and Exile Griffiths. So thank you for being two of my members that were the first to comment. And like I said, the first 10 comments would get a shout out. And I've got this other batter that I'm going to add here too. Just like to thank these subscribers. So we've got Don Yaska, number one. He's one of our top subscribers at the moment. We've got Mark P, Jesse Hogan, I'm going to say Kunti Singh, Tim Houston. And, thank you guys for sending in your questions. And I'll get into these questions straight away. And then I'll answer the questions of you guys on the screen here. So if you can just be patient with me. I haven't been live for a while, so I feel like I'm kind of new at this again, but we'll get there. Don't worry. So also, I want to say a massive shout out to Anonymous Browser. So I did say that right, by the way. It is how it's spelt. So just want to say a big shout out to you, legend. Been helping me a lot in the background. I just want to say a big thanks to you, mate. I really, really appreciate it. And there he is right there. That's the man. All right, so let's get into these questions. So give me a moment. All right, hang on. I'm just going to go back to my Discord. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, we've got 88 people in here. I suppose that's mad. Hey, so Janet there, that Janet in the chat there, that's my mum. She is my hero. So if if you guys could all just show my mum some love, I'd absolutely appreciate that. She definitely deserves it. She is, she is who I measure my life to. And I love that woman. I'm a mama's boy, and I've never ever been ashamed to admit it. All right, so I have all these questions in a PDF file, which was sent to me. Like I said, I've got my big homie helping in the background here, AB Anonymous Browser, and he's really helping me. So all right. Will D Beast. Whoa, Tony Smith with the bloody $30.99 super chat. Rightio, guys. Everyone get in there. If anyone ever sends a super chat, let them know how appreciative you are. I'm very, very appreciative. Thank you very, very much. All right. So is Will D Beast or Exiled Griffiths in the room right now in the chat? It's cordial. Whoa. Paul with the $20 chat. Thank you. The $20 super chat. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Boof. Oh, hey, I can do this now. Hang on. Thank you. All right, we've got a few more to chuck up there. All right, so this whole new Stream Deck thing is a little bit new to me, but don't worry, we'll get into the questions. I just want to thank everyone that's supporting me here and don't want to leave them high and dry. All right, so let's get into the questions. I don't think Exile here. All right, so Exile. So Exiled Griffiths says to me, so his question was, which was one of the very first questions that was on the video, says, what did freedom mean to you before and after jail? So, hey, that's a very good question, and I'm going to have to... So, whoa. Thank you, Glenn Sanderson, for the $50. Thank you. Fish on for the $20. Thank you. Guys, if you guys do that and I miss it, I am so sorry, but I'm just going to have to read out the question. So I'll just read it out again. What did freedom mean to you before and after jail? All right. So I guess, I've done a lot of jail, so it's hard to say what sentence or whatever. So yeah, I did see the chemical warfare question, and I seen it in the video as well. Thank you so much, Anonymous and Steve Bryan. Thank you, guys. Just know, guys, that absolutely that these payments aren't a necessity. You guys don't have to do that. I'm from the old school and I find it very hard to so just know that you don't have to do this. I don't want you guys to think I'm a grifter or anything like that. So, but, I guess before my big sentence, so before my last big sentence, which was 9 years straight, I think that, thank you, Dallywick. I did see that. Thank you. So, yeah, I think before my big one that freedom meant a little bit less to me than what it did after my big one. Before my big one, all my children were a little bit younger. So my youngest, whoa. Ben Mule. I think I'm saying it like that. Thank you. So, I believe that. So, anyway, I've got Anonymous is recording all this, so I'll be able to give you guys a shout out at a later date anyway. So, everyone that donates will be getting a shout out in a video. So, anyway, yeah, I think I was a little bit more stupid before my big sentence where I didn't care about, my freedom. and that sounds stupid because I had children and stuff like that, but it wasn't until my big sentence that I realized how much of my life I'd been taken off my children for. And like I always say it, that's one of my only regrets that I have in my life, is that I spent the majority of my life away from my kids. So all of my children, more than 3/4 of their life, I was sent in prison. Am I from Melbourne? So I don't live in Melbourne anymore, but yeah, I have lived in Melbourne. I lived in the southeastern suburbs. I lived in Cranbourne. Thank you, Steve Bryan. Evening, Simon Volkmar. So, Simon Volkmar, can I please just ask you, bro, are you the Simon Volkmar that I have done prison with? And if you don't want to answer that, that's fine. I realised I might have just been putting you on show, so you don't have to answer that. Yeah, we used to call it crime burn, and that was all the way back then. I'm an old school crim from Sydney. I've done nearly every jail in Sydney. I love your content, bro. Keep it up. Thank you. What you're bringing to the table is appreciated. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'll answer some more questions. So these are from my top subscribers that chuck the questions down in the comment section first. And like I said, I'll stick to my word. I'm a man of my word. So I will stick to my word and I will answer these comments first. So Don Yaska's been, he was big in the premiere today, really letting everyone know that yeah, big ups, Cranny. Really letting everyone know that he's supporting me. And so, like, the next 5 questions that I ask are from subscribers. So Don Yaska says, Biff, how did you break the cycle of institutionalization after jail? Or did you still struggle with being out, and is there any restrictions on movement that you have, i.e. going interstate or overseas? So yeah, all right. So without saying too much, because but yeah, there is some restrictions on me still, and that do restrict me from things like that. But I guess like what got me out of being institutionalized was probably like my children, do you know what I mean? And my mum, actually. So my mum would remind me at every point, and my mum's in this chat. And so if you ask my mum now, she will tell you, even still to this day, how institutionalized I am. But she will also tell you that I have come a very long way. So I'll use an example, right? So Dally Wick, $10 super chat, thank you. So my first night released from prison, I was on non-association. I was with a bike club at the time. I wasn't able to get parole to Victoria, so I had to get parole to my mum's place in Queensland. And so anyway, I was having a nightmare. So it was my first night out. I was having a nightmare. My poor mum. My mum's gone to wake me up in the middle of the night. Now, keep in mind, I've just done 9 years straight, maximum security, hectic prison. And so my mum's gone to wake me up. And so my instant fight or flight reaction is always fight. It's never flight. And so my poor mum, I grabbed her by the throat by instinct. And it took me a second till I woke up and realized my hand was around my mum's throat. And keep in mind, I don't condone violence, any bullshit like that. Dally Wick, thank you very, very, very much. But you wanted to know about institutionalization. That's what institutionalization looks like. I'll tell you what else it looks like. So when I first got out, this is no word of a lie, I would hear certain alarms or certain sounds from my phone that would automatically make me stand up and go walk towards my bedroom door as if I was going to line up for muster. So that's just, and that's something that happened to me for probably 2 years after doing my big one. I was still going to V-line towards my bedroom door, which I thought was my cell. And I guess it's like PTSD, you know, people that go to the war and to the army and shit like this. It's very similar, you know. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, so Mercurial Al says, "Did you find yourself waiting for doors to be open and unlocked?" I did, bro. So like, you know, when you go some places and they're like crime areas that don't usually have like glass on things because it gets broken, right? But they have like big steel mesh doors. I would wait at them and they're like automatically opening, but I would wait for them like, "Oi, boss, gate up, boss, gate up, boss." And like I'd done that a few times, like bang on the gate, and I'd be like, "Gate up, boss, gate up, boss," going bang, you know. Dazaconda Fishing says, "I'm an old school crim bro. Just want to know, do you sleep with your door open? I have to, or I spin out." Nah, see, I'm the opposite, bro. I'm of the mindset that I like to have my door closed because it's the same as like when you locked up. Like every time I was ran in on in the middle of the night by security, the TOG or whatever, like I've got an officer that's an old Port Phillip officer that's willing to do an interview on my page, and they will tell you what I was like in these scenarios. If you cracked my door in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning, I know that every single time them doors are coming swinging open at 3 o'clock in the morning, yous are coming to hammer me. So I'm up, backing myself into a corner, and I'm just swinging. I don't care. And so yeah, like I guess yeah, there's your answer. That's you know, and like sometimes I'm sorry how raw that I am with my comments and stuff like that, but you guys asked for the raw for me to be like, and the truth is, it is who I am, and it was who I was, and I think that that's why you guys are all here. So, yeah, thank you everyone for the shout outs on the chat here. Thank you, thank you. It's too hard to read everyone at once right now, but oh, Trent from Punchy. I did FIFO for like 10 years. Now I can't sit at a window seat on planes, trains, and automobiles. It wigs me out. Oi, bro, is that because of the escort van? Are you saying you do that because of the escort van? Because I do that too, bro. 100%, brother. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna answer one more question. All right, so out of these people, who's in the chat? And if I miss it, can you guys yell out who's in the chat? So, all right, so Mark P, Pato, well, Tony Smith with the $30 super chat. Boof, chuck it up there. Thank you, brother. Oi, everyone's support is very, very, very much appreciated. But just know you guys don't have to do this, but it is very much appreciated. All right, so I've got Mark P. Pato, are you in here? And no, it's not that Pato. Different Pato. Are you in here, Pato? So Pato has been following me since TikTok days. Or Jesse Hogan. Jesse Hogan, are you in here? Jesse Hogan. Thank you, Matty boy. Oi, Dazaconda Fishing. Big Daz in the house. Oi, Pato. All right, Pato's in here. All right, so Pato, I'm going to answer your question, brother. So Pato has actually been following me before I started on YouTube 2 years ago. Pato was a very solid follower of mine when I used to do the ghost hunting stuff on TikTok. But anyway, my dog's going off. But here we are. Mark P says, Chappelle Corby, what do you think about her conviction in the coverage and how she acted during her trial? So that Chappelle Corby wasn't probably the common denominator in the guilty party of that situation. It's also fairly common knowledge that our old man was probably the one behind it and had a few deathbed confessions that he let everyone know about. Yeah, like I don't know, bro. I think I would probably behave crazily like that too if I knew I was possibly going to get a sentence. Like, there's nothing that's going to tell me to behave, especially not the magistrate. I'm just not going to listen. Thank you, thank you. Anyone that I've missed your comments, I am sorry. I will get to them. All right. So is Kunti Singh in the chat? Kunti Singh, are you in the chat? Hey, have we got anyone watching? I'm actually live on Kick and on Twitch at the moment. So have we got anyone watching on Twitch or Kick? It's big. I'm just going to say tips, but Stephen Spadotto says big tips make a difference. Hey, Cruising with Gun, he's up there on the Twitch. Let's go. All right, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you what I will do. No. We've got 129 people in here. Who wants a question answered? What does that mean? Oh yeah, that's all my I can't respect the underworld after knowing pigs who supply dealers. I mean, look, bro, this has been something that's happened. Let's be honest. At the dawn of our country's day, every single police officer was once a criminal before they were a police officer. So yeah, thank you to everyone that donates. All this stuff really, really helps, and it helps me to go on to bigger and better things. But I've also got some announcements to make. So I won't say who with, but you guys know that I've been trying to get this deal with a major media outlet. So I'm going to film a 3-part podcast series with this major media company on Monday and Tuesday. So yeah, like I said, bigger and better things are going to be happening on this page. I've also been invited to do a true crime chat night at one of our biggest venues in Melbourne that hold these true crime chat nights. So yeah, stay tuned. Watch this space. We got plenty of awesome stuff happening. What about my brother TJ? Are you in the chat, TJ? Glenn Sanderson says, how did you manage to deal with nuffies in the prison who were absolute pests? Yeah, it's a hard one, bro. Like, I know the ones you're talking about, bro, and like, the full cooked ones that would dead set, like, clean yourself for a Tim Tam. I know the ones you're talking about. I suppose I show everyone the exact same respect that I expect. So, like, it doesn't matter who you are or what stature of that criminal world you are. I would show you the same amount of respect as if you were a high stature in that criminal world or a low stature. I would show you the same respect. Can anyone help me with how to change my name on YouTube? Yes, go to your channel. It'll say your channel, and then you'll be able to edit your profile there. Um, You know what I need to do? I need to add some of you OG Chaos Crew members as moderators for my next live. So if you guys get a random moderator badge add up on your page, just know that I've added you as a moderator because you are an OG on my page. Are you going to answer my question? It was second. Whoa. What was that question? Trent from Punchy. Sorry, mate. Shoot that question again. Bro, Bluey Brazil. So don't worry, Trent. I will answer your question next, I promise. So Bluey Brazil was the biggest friggin' pest I ever done any time with. I didn't do any time with him in the unit, just in the slot. And I swear to God. So my mate said to me, I get Just Rock up at the slot and he said, oh, I want to introduce you to someone. I'm going to hook him up with my sister. I said, oh, yeah, who is it? And he said, oh, it's Greg. And I'm like, oh, yeah. As soon as Greg opened his mouth, I said, is that you, Bluey? And he goes, yeah, is that you, Biff? We've done slot together before. And so anyway, I said to my mate, bro, don't give him your sister's phone number. This guy's a sour grapist. And anyway, after that, I swear to God, this guy tied with a shoelace or something his plastic cup to his fan and dead set made it bang on my wall for nearly 72 hours straight. Boof. Not many, if any. I seen that. Awesome. Have you ever known anyone getting caught up in the Mr. Big conspiracy where in Victoria they set people up like entrapment? Yeah, I have. I do actually. I have. So refresh my memory on that question and I will tell you guys the craziest entrapment story ever. How many dudes do you know that got the skills to rock a show like this? Well, not many, if any. I don't know anybody. Check with the mic. Check 1, 2. Sorry, that was my best scribe impersonation I can do. Sorry. So I think I'm ducking off the camera, but I'm not. Whoa. Actually, that was the one I was supposed to chuck up there. So, is it hard visiting a pub or shopping center after getting released from prison? Yeah, it is, bro. That's a lot of people. And like, it's just too much. And also, like, I'm ADHD, PTSD, friggin' ABCD. I'm all these abbreviated letters. And yeah, it just does my head in. Wait. And then so, whoa. Oof. So hang on. All right. So if you guys don't mind holding off on the questions for 1 second, if you guys don't know what the Mr. Big thing is, so it's where the cops pretend to be like mafia or bikies or something like that, just to entrap prisoners. Do you guys want to hear this story? I'm telling you, it is the craziest freaking story ever. Hey, Tony Smith. Who do you think are the most feared Melbourne underworld? Oh, look, I would like to say that it's probably not a good idea to comment on that, but you know, I think that yeah, there's a lot going on in that tobacco scene. That's all I'll say. Thank you, Lincoln. Thank you. All right, so let's go. So this is when I was doing my 9-year sentence. So one of my friends, he was an older old school crook, and was quite possibly wanted over a cold case that was like 18 years old. All right. So keep in mind what I said. This is like they pretend to be mafia, all this bullshit, you know? So, but anyway, so this guy, this is how it started. He went to he put in a raffle at a shopping centre, right, to win a dinner for two at this luxury restaurant in Melbourne, right? He wins. He wins this restaurant, this like lucky dinner for two for him and his partner at this luxury restaurant, right? when he gets to this restaurant, he finds out that there's two other winners that also won on that night. And so they said, hey, why not? Let's have our dinner tables together. You know, we both won the same competition. Let's have our dinner tables together. So guys, just keep in mind, I can't read the comments and talk at the same time. I'm like, well, I'm a dad. We're not like I can't multitask like the mums can, but yeah. So anyway, they're sitting down at the table at this restaurant and obviously they get to talking. And so the other guy that won the prize, not my mate, starts talking about how he needs a driver, just a normal driver. And my mate said, oh yeah, that's pretty good pay. I'll do that for you. And so next thing you know, he's doing driving for this guy, right? Picking up people and dropping people off like a personal Uber, let's say, right? And so anyway, next thing you know, this guy comes up to my mate and he says, listen, can you please follow my wife around? I think she's cheating on me. I need you to get some photos of her and get some evidence that she's cheating on me. And so anyway, my friend said, yeah, all right. Like, and these people offered, you know, tens of thousands of dollars to do this stuff, right? So yeah, my mate agreed. He followed this lady around and seen that she was cheating on her husband. So he started taking snapshots of it, takes him back to this guy. This guy says, bro, you're really good at what you do. I think I need to introduce you to my boss. We've got something bigger going on here. Do you want to meet my boss? My mate was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to meet your boss. And so anyway, the guy takes him to meet his boss and he said, listen, I need a driver, but I need a proper driver. I'm talking like full missions, like missions that you can't get caught doing. And so they're talking about drug runs and this and that, right? So next thing you know, this guy's doing drop-offs. He's picking up cash. He's literally paying cash to corrupt police officers. He's picking up bribe money off people and paying them to corrupt court officials like prosecution, judges, everything like this, right? So this guy thinks that he is now involved in something massive, so massive, right? And then they ask him, right, do you want to start doing some international work for us? My mate said to him, what kind of work are you talking about? And he said, listen, we've got private jets. We fly to Papua New Guinea. We pick up our product. We just need you to be on the plane. We trust you. We need you to be on the plane and be there when it lands. Rah, rah, rah. So my mates, next thing you know, he's on private jets flying to Papua New Guinea, picking up like large commercial quantities of, you know, narcotics. And he's dropping them off to what he thinks are, you know, outlaw motorcycle clubs, you know, street gangs, organized crime. He thinks that he's literally dealing with full criminals. And as this is going on, my mate's climbing up the hierarchy of this criminal organization, right? And so next thing you know, they pull him aside and they say, listen, brother, we're very good at what we do. We do our homework, yeah? And we know that you're wanted on a cold case from 18 years ago of your ex-wife. And so my mate's like, nah. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about this. You know, just no comment all the way. I know nothing about it. They said, all right, that's fine. No worries. They started backing their work off, you know. And so they're giving him literal money. So they're giving him tens of thousands of dollars. This guy's earning real bank. He thinks he's a part of an organization that's like massive, like bigger than Ben-Hur type thing. And then, so next thing you know, they ask him if he wants to be involved in like unaliving people. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, so yeah, asked him if he wanted to be alive in like unaliving people. You know what I mean when I say that, right? I know a lot of yous don't like me saying that, but like just because it's alive and stuff, I'm just gonna say it. Senator Slayer, thank you very much, mate. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Your comment is up there. I'm gonna read it after this. And so, you know, he thought about it, you know, and then they said, but listen, we need to know that you're solid and we need to know that like you can do this type of thing. Bro, we're not the friggin' cops. So like all we're asking you, are you capable of putting somebody in the ground? That's all we're asking you. And so my mate thought about it and he said, you know what? I did do that, right? I did do it. I am capable of it. You know about it. You know I'm capable of it. And this is how quick this bullshit happened, right? So my mate walked out of that restaurant. He walked down the street to get to his car. So a lady asked him if he had a light for a cigarette. He said, yeah, no worries. He put his hands in his pocket to grab his lighter out and then bang, that was it. Game over. He was arrested right then and there for an 18-year-old cold case murder on his ex-wife. Yeah, let's say that when this story came out, that was when my friendship ended with that guy. I was like, what the fuck? You know? Yeah. So Tom Sewell is a legend. What am I missing in the chat here? All right, so Senator Slater says, hey, Biff, I was classified as a major offender for a summary offense because of right-wing politics. Do you know Tom Sewell? And these right-wing guys are getting slaughtered automatically. Look, I'll tell you something, right? So when I was younger, I was one of the founding members of the Southern Cross Soldiers. And I would say that if you're talking about that business, you know exactly who I'm talking about. So a lot of them people were players back then in that scene. Do you know what I mean? But the thing was, like we were never a race related gang. It was just a gang that was all about Aussie pride, right? So Aussie pride is different than white pride. It's just proud of your country. Do you know what I mean? And so I know exactly who you're talking about, you know, Blair and that. Do you know what I mean? Like these people are just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a racist. I I actually have two of my children. You know, their mothers are not from the same Anglo-Saxon background as me. You know, so I am. Yeah, bro. Southern Cross Soldiers. Well, I was one of the very founding fathers of that, and yeah, and if you know Tyler Cassidy, unfortunately lost his life, the police. So he was one of our younger members. Like, we were young at the time. Like, I was only 20, I think, but he was 16 and the police shot him in Northcote. So he was a member of our gang, and like, we're making waves, but we're making waves for the wrong reasons. And yeah. Like eco warriors, etc. The feds work and install the players to recruit. 100%, bro. When the video coming out about Frankie Walk. Yeah, all right. So I will be doing my video about Frankie, but you got to understand, right? I've got to be very careful what I say, and not because of any other reason. Like, I was very, very close with Frankie. I I, I know his longtime partner Beck very well, and so like, but he's still got living family members alive, children, grandchildren now. Do you know what I mean? Probably great grandchildren now, and like, I've got to understand that. Like, you've got to understand that I've got to respect them people as well. And because I have so much respect for Frankie, like, I would never ever do him an injustice, you know? Amy Mason, thank you, legend. So, Amy Mason, also a long time subscriber and has been following me from other platforms as well. Omerta, that's it. So AB says, what would you say stops you from slipping back into old ways? Any advice on how you made the transition? So I'm not going to lie, this social media helped me, and you guys, you know what I mean? And this is the truth. This is the absolute, like, as honest as I can be, right? So I have all of you guys to hold me accountable, right? So I'm sitting on here spitting the good word, like I'm not preaching God, but do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to steer the youth and young men and ladies away from that life. And if I was to go and get myself locked up, even arrested, it just makes everything that I've been working so hard for right here worth nothing. Do you know what I mean? And like, and don't get me wrong, I get tested all the time, and um, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I'm a very, very smarter man than I was, say, 4 years ago when I got released. My last sentence, 2021 May, was my last sentence, but I'm a lot smarter now than what I was back then. And like, yeah. Did religion have an impact on your change? Now, look, bro, I'm gonna be straight up, bro. So I'm not an atheist, yeah, bro. I've read every single religious book you can think of. I've read the Quran. I've read so many different. So I read the King James Bible back to front. I've read the Gideon's. Like, I've read so many different scriptures. I've read the Torah. So I've read up on Buddhism. I actually used to go to Buddhism, the Buddhism church, they call it, where we used to ding the bells and do some homs and stuff like that. So I would never ever comment on something that I don't know anything about. And like, I've read every single one of them books. And I just think that religion is not for everyone. And I think that it deserves a dedication, and it's a dedication that I can't give. Oi, Colin, you bloody legend, with this $29 super thanks. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, also, so I've been invited to do, and I need every single people in on the chat, right? So if you guys would like me to do this, I need everyone in the chat to give me a thumbs up, right? So I've been invited to a major venue in Melbourne that does true crime talks. So they do like, like a talk and dinner matinee, whatever they call it. And so, like, I'm talking big venues, 750 people plus whatever. And so I've been asked to go there and do my own talk show. Do you guys think that I should do a live, like this would be a produced live show by, like, I was contacted by event promoters and like, do you think that this is something I should do? Because it would be a live Q&A. It would give all you guys the chance to meet me in person. And for me, more importantly, me to meet you guys, my subscribers, the backbone of my page is you guys. And I wouldn't and couldn't do none of this if it's not for you guys. And so it seems like it's a pretty even yes across the field there. So, all right. Yeah. And like, although like they did tell me it would be somewhere between $50 and $80 for the night, but that would get you not only your seat, but it would get you a dinner as well. So $50 would get you a seat, $80 would get you a seat and a meal, And so I don't want to say where, but I'll just say it's at one of our leading venues in Melbourne where they do live stuff. Bring back the Biff, yes. Don't worry, Glenn. This is something it's talking about getting taken nationally. So I would be going state to state to do this. But like, obviously I've got other things that I would like to do first. But yeah. All right. So Robbie says, hey, Biff, wondering if you ever heard any rumors about Mr. Cruel. Still a case that troubles me today. And so, yeah, Mr. Cruel, I grew up in Cranbourne, guys, and this was something that affected us all as kids. And as a matter of fact, my sister had some kind of kidnapping attempt happen when we were at primary school when all this Mr. Cruel bullshit was happening, the Carmen Chan stuff and that. And, yeah, quite possibly could have been that. Like my sister and her friend tried at primary school, nearly got snatched over the fence by somebody in a white panel van, same as the Mr. Cruel shit. And Bung Bung too, that's right. Everyone, tomorrow, Flemington race 6, number 6, Moby Dick paying $6.50 right now. Oh, yeah? Oh, that Bung Thiraboon, mate, that was so sad. Chronically chronic. Thank you, AB. Thank you. Did I meet any Geelong blokes in prison? Yeah, plenty. Am I coming to Tassie? Yeah, I would say if that would be somewhere we would go. Hey, Biff, I just came a podcast. You were on what episode of Blue Healers were you on exactly? So the name. So if you guys didn't know, I don't usually tell people this, but I actually did a lot of acting as a child. So my mum tried to get me away from the life that I was kind of destined for and put me into stuff. So I was on things like Blue Healers, Country Practice, Jim Owen, Full Frontal, Law of the Land, Genie Down Under, Just Jeans ad, Coles ad, like heaps of stuff. I done so much acting. And the funniest thing was every single acting role I had was as a little criminal, which was so funny because that's how I ended up. But that episode you're talking about, if every one of you guys in here write this down right now, if you go into YouTube and you type in Blue Healers Mind Games, that's my episode that I was in, and you'll see me. That's me, the little shaved head kid at the end that's stealing the car off the blind man actually, and I get picked out in a lineup by a blind man for my sister who was stealing the car with me, and my sister snitches on me straight away, snitches on me straight to the cops. So yeah, it's called Mind Games, Blue Healers. Oi, Evsy, what are you doing? Um, Dibber Dobbers wear nappies. They do. You should do a live stream and watch Animal Kingdom and do a commentary. Yeah, I can do that, eh? That would be a good idea. So a lot of people don't know that the American Netflix series Animal Kingdom is based on the Australian movie Animal Kingdom, which is based on Dennis Allen, Victor Pearce, Kath Pettingill, which is Smurf. All them people. Um, yeah, that last name you just asked me, like, of course, if you've done prison, you're gonna know who that is. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we won't be speaking of them people. I went to school and grew up with your son. No way. Which one? I know. I know. Why is a blind man driving? But here's the truth: it was a blind man's car to get taken around. So it was his own vehicle that he used to pay people to drive him around in. You'll see if you watch it, and you'll see it's me at the end there. What's the face tat? So what it actually is, so it's a prison watchtower. That's like prison, like barbed wire, and it says wanted in the wire. Lex Pierce. So here's the truth, right? If you're talking about young Lex Pierce, that's about my age. Ask him. Say, say, hey, do you remember Biff the boxer from Cranny or Husey? Just say Husey from Cranny. He'll know exactly who you're talking about. He fancied himself one day with me and put me on show in front of my girlfriend in the shopping center, and yeah, I showed him that you're not going to be doing that to me, my friend. How was your Hastings visit? Miss it there. Good memories for me. So yeah, it was good going back there, but I don't really miss it if I'm honest. Like, yeah, I've got some good memories there, but I've also got some very, very bad ones as well. Hey, we've got Mickey on Kick saying g'day. So yeah, if you guys didn't realise, I am live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube right now. Man, Biff, I just checked it out. You were destined for being greatness, brother. You're a real charismatic and eccentric young Biff. Yeah, and do you know what, bro? I done so much acting as a kid, and like I said, the funniest thing was every single part I got was playing a young criminal, like a juvenile delinquent, you know. So I was also on a country practice. If you guys know what my real name is, which is it's not hard to find out. I'm going to tell you anyway. It's Leif Hughes. So spelled Leifhughes. Yeah. Look, Jazz is doing his thing, bro. You know, David Obita. So King David from the Fallon Show podcast. So me and him done plenty of time together. As a matter of fact, me and that guy got up to a lot of mischief together. What was the exact moment you knew you had to change, not just for yourself, but for the people around you? It was when I got sent back to prison and like I wasn't getting the love off my members that I should have and just wasn't, yeah. Dave was massive in prison, bro. Like massive, one of the biggest islanders there was. Did I know Tony Mockbell? Yeah, I did, bro. Bro, it's like the prison world is very, very small, bro. And like I actually knew him on a personal level. I can tell you funny stories about me and my Aussie mates having shoulder fights in the Barwon has swimming pools. It blows everyone's mind when I tell them that. But Mockbell was walking past one day and he said, can me and my friends fight you and your friends? And I was like, yeah. And because my mate, I've done videos on there, but he's a very well-known underworld identity. You know, I had to bring things to Barwon for Tony. And anyway, I got along well with him and yeah, so yeah, I knew him on a personal level. Yeah, the pools are tiny, you're right. Yeah, so there's one of my videos there where I talk about a guy that told me that he couldn't have visits with kids, right? And so in that video, if you have a look in the comment section, there's a guy in there that says, bro, I was the Sally in that cell because this guy went to run out of the cell and I grabbed him and said, sit down. We're not going to, we've got no problem with you. And so this guy said, bro, I was there when you and old mate, you know, ran amok and yeah, you guys are something else. So yeah. You know what I used to say? You just said I shook Tony's hand, my claim to fame. I used to say to people, they'd shake my hand and I'd say, you just shook the hand that shook the underworld. It's a crowd pleaser every time. Do you know a lad in prison? Yeah, I do. Are you new Frankie as well? What's your plan for the future channel, Biff? And when is the book coming out? You're a real inspiration for so many. So look, yeah, Dally, that's exactly who I was talking about. He was one of my best mates. But as a matter of fact, I'll show you, right? I'll show you a painting right now. I'll show you two paintings. I'll show you a painting that Ange Goosis, which is, if you know, you know. So he's the person who's in prison right now for the Lewis Kane and Lewis Moran killings, but also Paul Haig, so Victoria's #1 serial killer. I have paintings, what both of them painted for me. I'll grab them for you now and show you. Give me one moment. Yeah, I am a Benalla lad. Brother, I'll tell you something right now. When Frank died, as a matter of fact, he died at my girlfriend's house, right? True story. I'm telling you, that guy was 57 years old when he died, and I would put him up against any 20-year-old, 25-year-old any day. All right, so this painting right here. So this is, if you guys know, so this is of Pellegrino's. If you know, you know. So, hang on, I'll try and get it in there without it getting. I have to put my face on it next to it. So Pellegrino's. So my mum's in the chat here. So Ange gifted this to my mum on a visit. So Ange gifted this to my mum on a visit. So this is a Pellegrino's in Lygon Street. My mum, I was even born in Carlton. I was born in Carlton myself. My mum was born in Carlton. Yeah, my family's from that way. But yeah, this was given to my mum by Ange Goosis. This next picture, I'm telling you, is the craziest thing you've ever seen. So I'm going to try and, how am I going to do this here? Wait. All right, so this painting here, right, this is painted by Paul Haig, Victoria's #1 serial killer. This looks like all normal, but if you have a look, hang on, how are we going to do this? Oh, this is so hard with the green screen. It's doing my head in. All right. So if you have a look, the sand there, right? Looks like sand. That's not. That's the letters of the alphabet. All these mountains in the background, they're not. They're skulls and bodies and stuff like that. So this tree here in the corner, which looks like a normal tree, it's not. If you have a look, it's a lady that's like bend down there. You can see like naked here, rah, rah, rah. And then if you forget about that, it turns into a man who's flexing his bicep here. Every leaf of that tree is a star. Or what else is there? The base of the tree is a skull, as you can see. So this is, and I have the letter of authenticity, which I'll have to get out. It's put away. And if my mum is still in this chat, she will tell you, right? So Paul Haig is the most mentally deranged person I ever met in prison. So over the prison when Port Phillip caught on fire, I actually had to share a cell with this guy for a long time. And that was quite scary. This guy's killed a few people in prison. And thankfully, he actually respected me. But anyway, like this is like a guy that told me that he met his sister for the first time when he was 32 and fell romantically, sexually in love with her. Like this guy is cooked. And like this is the same guy that I'll just say put a 9-year-old's mother's lights out right in front of the 9-year-old and then put the 9-year-old's lights out. And when this guy tells this story, he tells it with a smile on his face. And let me say something. Hearing that story about him doing that to that 9-year-old child, it is very hard to give him a Cuban necktie, not give him a Cuban necktie, you know? Yeah. So if you see there, my mum, Janet there, she says, I was over the moon. He showed me so much respect. So Elf and Ange and his mother and my mother. So we would have like visits together and we would have like birthdays together, sharing cakes and everything like that. So why didn't I? So here's the thing, right? So that was the first thing I said, right? So I didn't meet this guy until like 2016. And like I didn't hear them stories until we were in the cell together over the burning down of the Port Phillip security mainframe. But anyway, yeah, like I was told that I was not to do that. And I hate myself every day that I didn't act on that. But yeah. Trent from Punchy says, was I mates with Joe Carter? I mean, bro, if you're asking me that, you obviously know. Do you know what I mean? If you're asking me that, you're probably knowing. But I'm not really, yeah, one for dropping names and that. I'll say this, yeah. He was my sponsor. That's all I'll say. Is Leith an Irish name? So my name's not Leith, so it's Leif. Leif for Fred. And no, it's not. I'm actually half Welsh, half Norwegian when you look at it from a so my grandmother's maiden name is Ericsson, and if you know who Leif Erikson is, he was like one of the most famous, well-known, famous Vikings known to man. And our family, I'm, we are, yeah, Hughes is a Welsh, it's correct, but my grandmother's maiden name is Ericsson, and yeah, and so my uncle's name is Leif as well, but they actually say my name in so it's Norwegian or Scandinavian, but in Norway they say my name Barleif, so like Barleif. Nice name, but I like chaos. It suits you better. Oh, thank you. Were you ever inside with Kay the lad? Um, half Welsh, half Danish. Oh, there you go. Scandinavian around, just full Viking blood. Did I ride a Triumph or a Harley? Oh, bro, a Harley all the time. So my last bike was an '06 Softail. What's the music on your vids a couple of years ago? So that's me singing. That's me singing a cover of the song called Why by Reed Southall Band. You were Barwon 2015, Biff. I got nah, so I wasn't not 2015. So I left Barwon in I think March 2014. Oh, thank you, Karen. Nah, I think you've asked me this before. No, I didn't, bro. The Keiko brothers. Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Keep It Street. You you waited any of J Mal Coons. So yeah, I contacted Jay. He messaged me back and rah rah rah. But like yeah, he messaged me back and said I'll be in contact, but I haven't heard anything, so I don't know. Yeah, so Mad Dog's on the video cards, that's for sure. I've still got so many Melbourne videos of like the underbelly videos to do. What's the tattoo on my face about? So I just explained that, but that's a jail watch house. That's a razor wire. That's a number 13, and that's a teardrop. No, I don't think Gary Jubelin wants me on his potty. Who knows? You reminded me so much of someone. I can't believe it. You have kept me from my real housewives of Beverly Hills. See that? My mum says stupid tattoo. What was my favorite food you craved while inside? Bro, I'm not going to lie. So they don't even make them anymore. They stopped making them while I was in prison. But from KFC, a Zinger Tower burger. That was what I craved all the time, or a triple cheeseburger from Macca's, or a chicken kebab. I actually got arrested with a chicken kebab in my hand. True story. And a sawn off in my pocket. HMP Melbourne keychain. A few ex-criminals gone on, Gary Jubelin, Spaniard, and ex-biker, and a few others, I believe. Oh, yeah? Do you think that Melbourne jails are harder than New South Wales jails? I don't know, bro. I've never done any jail in New South Wales, so I couldn't answer. Mad Dog rides a 10 speed with bare feet last time I seen him. Did you ask if you could finish your kebab in the cell? Oh, I was so shattered. Happy days. Thank you for subbing. Thank you. All right. Now hang on. I did take photos of the questions that were asked in that video. I don't want to be called a liar. I did say I would answer them. So $66. All right. This was a funny question. I'm not going to answer it, but I'll just tell you how it started off. If you wanted somebody knocked or seriously put in a that's seriously how that question kicked off. But anyway, says, "Hey Biff, Sean O'Sullivan says, "Hey Biff, you're a legend, mate. Just wanted to know if you were at the map in mid to late April 2010." Yes, I was. Thank you, Tony Smith, for the super chat. Thanks, super thanks. So, do you think tobacco wars are what's lighting? Oh, look, bro. I think we all know the answer to that, and yeah. So, is Will D Beast in here yet? Yeah, do it yourself or go home. Yeah. Answer the rest of the first 10 questions, please, mate. So, yeah, Sean O'Sullivan, you did ask me if I was at the map then, and I was. One of the questions is, do I still breed bulldogs? I don't breed them anymore, but I still have them, and they're not. I mean, they're called American bullies, not American bulldogs. They're totally different things. What is the origin of coded? So if someone ever says to you in prison, you're coded, that means that you're marked for like very bad, violent stuff. Garth says you're in the Herald Sun again. Yes, I was on Saturday. I asked Don Yaska's question. What's growing up in Cranbourne like back in the day? This is from Rich Legacy 5468. So it was pretty hectic growing up in Cranbourne back in the day. I would imagine it's not as bad as it is right now, but it was still pretty hectic. Like there was like shootings and stuff like that all the time. So anyway, I'll say this now. If we've got 194 people in here. Anyone that hasn't subscribed, guys, if you haven't already done so, like chuck me a subscription. That'd be absolutely appreciated. We've got so much good stuff happening over the next couple of weeks. The commission flats had no security. Yeah, like it's, yeah. All right, this is a good one. So this is from Tim Houston. It says, okay, I have a question. What's the nastiest deed you saw committed by a prison officer while you were locked up, a screw or whatever? So, like sour graping someone with a salami. That was pretty serious. That person actually like nearly lost his life from that. That was the craziest thing I ever seen a prison officer do to another crook, was sour graping him with a salami. Did you ever knock around with Thornbury? And nah, not really. Like of course I know who you're talking about, and like of course, you know, I was there, but like, yeah, nah, we were never really friends. Like I said, I'm a fair bit younger than Preston, you know, like I think it's 10 years, I think. That's a big age gap. Thank you, Ivar. Thank you for the super thanks. Ex-criminals doing big things on social media, good or encouraging? Yeah, I think it's encouraging, bro. I think like, yeah, everybody deserves it. You know what the thing is, Karen? So like if you have a look, if you Google that, you'll find that in the news. And so nothing happened to that officer over that. Would you like to know how the Victorian government got the land to build ports? No, how? Hey, Bodes, thank you, mate. How about Hutto? I mean, yeah, of course, yeah, I've done time with him. So I've figured out how do we do this? Righto, hang on. It's pretty cool. I'll figure out how to use all this properly, but it's pretty cool, I think. Yeah, thank you, AB. I think you're right too. Like, I think the government have been doing nothing for too long now, and the truth is, like, none of the kids don't want to listen to the kids don't want to listen. Do you know what I mean? Hang on a minute. I can do this. How many people on Twitch? I don't think I can check it while I'm doing it. I could probably actually have a look on my phone, actually. Nah, so I was never into rugby. I suppose growing up in Victoria, it's not really a big sport in Victoria, like AFL's our usual sport of choice, or cricket. Albert Einstein famously said, I want to read that. Famously said, experience is more important than knowledge, suggesting that you can have 10 years of university's degree like most of our expert recommendations. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. We've got 183 people in here. Do you reckon we could get a few more likes in here? That'd be absolutely appreciated. Thank you so much. But without experience, it means nothing. We need Chaos Chronicles. Yeah. Oh, thank you, brother. Thoughts on the new bail reforms? A lot more getting locked up and not so many. Yeah, bro. Like, look, I think especially like something needs to be done about it. Like, I think the only way you're going to teach people is like, especially like the teens are out of control, and it's no disrespect to them. It's all they know. Do you know what I mean? But the only way they're going to learn is going to prison with real men, and they're going to teach them that all this fucking bullshit that they're doing on the outside is not worth it, and is actually frowned upon in prison. One more question: what type of criminal were in Alexandra North in Port Phillip Prison? So it depends, bro. So at the start, Alex North was a mainstream unit, and then it was a protection unit, and then in like 2016, it went back to mainstream again. So, and then it was a management unit. So usually people that are moving from the slot back out into the yard or whatever. So like, no, Alex North wasn't always a protection unit, and he's not a protection unit when it stopped. Which I barracked for Carlton. I barracked for Carlton. Oh, thank you, Cruising with Gunhead. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Trollbot, for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Hot Sauce. Thank you. So a lot of you guys don't know, but I actually game as well. So that's why I do have a Twitch. So I'm actually pretty good at Call of Duty. I'm just saying. As a matter of fact, Call of Duty and Xbox was a big part in my rehabilitation because I could just go shoot people on Call of Duty. It's a game and you can't get in trouble for it. So it was awesome. Did I ever come across paths with someone you respected or had a name from their reputation and be disrespected or be disappointed after meeting them? Yeah, so many times, bro. That happens so many times. Cause like, here's the truth, right? A gangster on the outside is not going to be generally not going to be the same gangster on the inside, And so I guess, yeah, so many times I was disappointed and thought, geez, I thought that guy was going to have a little bit more dash than that. Great Barrier Queef, thank you for the super sticker, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, look, I don't know. I hear people say it, but I don't know, bro. Bro, people say it about every single prison creator there is because they know it's the one thing that's going to get them fired up, you know? So yeah, but look, I'm not here. I'm not here to bring any other creators down, bro. That's not what I'm about, you know? Hey, Biff, back in the day, Scarb North or Scarb South were. Scarb North always had a worse name in the earlier days, but in the later days, definitely South. I haven't played Street Fighter in years, bro, but I used to be good at that. My best mate Stacky at Port Phillip with Toby is now back there in the special unit, was bashed badly, caused a break. Did unit do time with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about, Stacky. I'm actually pretty sure that that injury happened in one of the Scarb units that you're talking about. Bianca Letterman, how you going? Oh, no way. Dally, you know everyone. That's crazy. That's mad. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, guys, I'm really enjoying doing the work with TJ. Like TJ's an absolute professional, and I just love what he's about, and he's an absolute gentleman as well. And yeah, he's pretty good. How do you go with people tongue and bum for their personal gain? Yeah, I'm not about that either. You know what I mean? Everyone should stand on their own 2 feet, and like if you can't do that, then I've got no time for you. If you've got to ride on someone else's coattails to survive or whatever, yeah, nah, you know. FMC, yeah, they were very big back in the day, bro. Hey Biff, did you play Goldeneye? 100%, bro. That was the first player shooting game. That was mad. Have you had any exposure to LSD mushrooms being used in the criminal setting? Nah, I haven't. I haven't. I'd probably be all open to it. Um, we we found a whole heap of blue meanies when we were at MRC, and yeah, we were getting into them for a little bit. That was funny. It was stupid too, but I can't think of a worse place to take psychedelics than in a maximum security prison. Tomats, if you know. Yeah, bro. Bro, I know Maddie well, you know. Nah, so them Perish boys are from the other side of our country. So yeah. What's my gamer tag? I'll tell ya. I'll tell ya. Where is my Xbox app? Jay Watts, I used to drink at the Bartlett heaps. Bullshit. I know exactly who you are. Wait, you saying you are that person? If that's the case, Xbox. I'm on Xbox, bro. I got the dandy postcode. Oh, yeah, no way. Yeah, I know both them boys you're talking about. Done plenty of time with them. Yeah, I haven't really heard nothing. I've heard all these like rumors that she's like messing with people's food in there, but like I think that's all they are is just rumors. Nah, I don't think so, Deli. Apple juice. Andy says, "Oh yeah, the rumors are true. They are bullshit." Have I met the general? Well, yeah. What does that mean? Worst police cell I've been in Heidelberg, mate. Heidelberg every time, or Deer Park maybe as well. Oh, bro, there's so many. Nary Warren as well. Dandy even. There's so many, bro. All the cells are putrid. Heidelberg was always pretty bad, but you get the food was not bad there. At Wangaratta cells, you get the hospital food, so that's pretty good. At the Wodonga cells, they sometimes bring you KFC and Macca's because they don't have the facilities to heat your food and shit up in there, so that's all right. Oh, the old county cells, yeah, they're cold too. How cold are they, bro? How tall is he? As Google says, he's 165 centimeters. Um, no, that's not true. He's probably my height. I don't probably a little bit taller than me. Actually, I'm not the bloody tallest. Oh yeah, Flemington sales are pretty shit too. Actually, yeah. I got locked up. The old Coburg cells, they were bad too. You remember the old Coburg police station before they built the new one? Oh yeah, Surrey Hills. Yeah, been there. Yeah. Do you know what? Out of all the names you could have said out of Sydney, like that's one of the police cells I've been in. Blacktown as well. Have I heard of channel Lockdown 23 and 1? Yeah, I have actually. I think I might even follow that guy. He was actually so that guy was one of the first ever people to do prison content on YouTube. If you scroll up your live chat, I gave you the way the government got the land for Port Phillip. Oh, no way. Wait. Damn. How far up do I got to go here? This is going to take ages. PFK, yeah, they were a staunch crew playing for keeps. A lot of them boys, all from Frankston, obviously, like knew a lot of them boys. A lot of the earlier ones too, you know. A lot of people claim PFK that weren't ever that. Yeah, Heidelberg's. I would definitely say that Heidelberg sales are probably one of the worst, but Narry Warren was bad too, bro. The cops there were bad. Ever meet Jeffrey Morgan? Nah, I didn't. I didn't. Oh, Nick Callis from Broady. How you going? Did I know anyone from? Yeah, like I know most of them RM boys. You know. Um. Yeah, like Bucko, all them. Zimmer. I know all them boys, bro. Nah, they don't, bro. I've never been asked about another patch member what the 13 on me face meant. And if I was asked, I'd tell them to mind their own fucking business anyway. Sean O'Sullivan says, "Am I still with my missus?" Um, I'm just gonna run the no comment on that one. If you respectfully take that one, bro. Bruv, he was quite late to the game, but his channel blew up. I followed him from 20k subs. He's now near a million. All your subs gotta blow him up for an interview. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. If 100%, if you guys want to do that, I'm always I'm down for that. If you guys want to like hit people up and just like let them know that I'm down for interviews, that'd be mad. Yeah, cockeye. Yeah. So Nate, there is a fair number of Vietnamese in Victorian prison system, bro. Bullshit. Rest in peace, Tango. Yeah, rest in peace. What's your thoughts of where'd that go? Yeah, no, look, bro, I don't have anything bad to say about any of them or any outlaw motorcycle clubs, bro. You know what I mean? They do their own thing, and that's what they do. Hey, Biff, I just saw you on Blue Heelers. Pretty funny, eh? It's so ironic that that's how I actually ended up. My poor mum, my poor mum was like, "All right, we're just going to have something better for my younger child." I'm a fair bit younger. I'm the youngest in my family, and I'm a fair bit younger than my brother and sisters. So, um, yeah, my mum wanted different. Yeah, I guess that's why I always got the parts because I always just had that cheeky, even though like you can't really see it now, but I am a ranger, like Ginger Springs and all, like I sparkle in the sun, that's for sure. But I think that's what got me most of the parts when I was a kid is because I was just that little freckle face, little ranger kid that was cheeky as. Do you think that the Melbourne Underworld War is worse than Sydney? Do you mean like right now or like in past? Because I think like they're like very bipolar, both of them. They have like their moments, both of them, and I think at times they were both, Aaron Stone from Watsonia. How you going? How about Kiwi Joe or his son? I'm not sure I know who you're talking about. Tickle my talk. What's doing? Dennis the Menace features. That's what it was, bro. And like, so if you guys remember, I actually auditioned for Lance off Neighbours, so the Carl Kennedy's son. And yeah, I got down to the last two people, and Jan Grundy, who's the owner of Channel 10, wrote me this really big friggin' thing for my portfolio when I was a kid. What about Chris Flannery? What about Chris Flannery? Snorbins. Paul Tate from Snorbins. Yeah, like here's a true fact as well. Like anyone that was getting shot in Melbourne while that underbelly underworld war was going on was getting chucked in that number of 36 people that had nothing to do with the underworld war. Hey, big ups from Croydon, Valium. I was a little smart ass, bro, but I was always polite. I was brought up pretty smart, so I was always polite. My brother used to call you Bubsy from Romper Stomper, a little naughty ranger with a shaved head. True. It's so funny that you say that, bro, because I can remember all that stuff. How do we watch the Blue Healers episode? So just go to YouTube, type in Blue Healers Mind Games. So it's like series 3. Just type in Blue Healers Mind Games. That's the episode I'm in. Paul Tate, that's crazy. She got knocked out in the show. Yeah, like, look, probably would be a good video, that one, but it'd probably stir up some controversy, that's for sure. How do we get Mutant Chronicles but into your mainstream again? Um, hey, Cyborg Boxing. Karen says underbelly bullshit, man. Druggies, no. Thank you for the God, what are they called again? I always forget the name of them. Super chat, super like, super duper. Thank you, Cyborg. Thank you, mate. Thank you. The short straw. What's doing? Super chats. Super chats. Can I do a longer video about MTS? MT what? MT your pockets. That's what they used to say. I think some people are trying to get you clipped on some questions. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hey, bro, you dropped your wallet. We used to do that. I used to say that in jail. Like, I'd get the first timers with it every time. I'd be like, hey, bro, you dropped something. They'd be like, what? I'd be like, oh, you Coey. Oh, bro. Nothing beats like the prison humor. That's what gets you through, you know? Wait, what is that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Port Putrid, mate. How Port Putrid? Is that you, Fats? Do you know anything about the so-called vampire gigolo Shaun Charters Abbott was living next to? So yeah, one of my best friends was actually charged for killing him and bet it in court. I was with him the whole time at Port Phillip while he was going through that trial. Yeah, I know a lot about that trial. Am I writing a book? I'm not. Like, look, here's the truth though, Karen. Like, a book is something that I am planning on doing. I've just got so many like things that I'm going to be doing in regards to my YouTube, but definitely. But I just think that I want to write a book when I've got a very, very good ending for it. You know, that's how I see it in my head. Put your name down for the fishing trip. Yeah, we used to do that one as well. We used to get all the first timers and we'd say, we'd get them with the sorry book as well. We'd say, if you go up to the screws and ask them for a sorry book, and the screws would play along and give them some bullshit book or a bit of paper to sign and tell them, oh, bullshit. No way. Oh, it's your brother. There you go. And we'd get these people to sign the sorry book and they think that they get to go home early if you sign the sorry book. Good times. Great music. Better people. Oh, the good old sorry book. And then the fishing trip is the best one when you're at Port Phillip because it's right on, well, it's not really, but it's close to Port Phillip Bay. You tell people that you put your name down for the fishing trip and all the first timers that think that they're going out for a fishing trip next week. Yeah, we spoke about this earlier. So yeah, I think that Martin Bryant's a scapegoat. Biff documentaries are way better than the book these days. People don't read much. Yeah, you're right. But you can have like audio books and stuff too. There's just so much more that you can do now than like just generic reading, you know? How's the MS, Biff? When were you diagnosed? How do you manage it? My best mate's wife is living with it. Bit of a head fuck for both of them, thinking about the future and all that. Yeah, bro, look, if I'm honest, it probably affects me more now than it did when I was first diagnosed in 2014. So, like, I've only had it for, well, who knows? I could have had it my whole life, but I was only diagnosed in 2014. And, yeah, I don't like, I just think that, you know, I try and commit myself sometimes and like suffer from chronic fatigue, you know? Did anyone get convicted in the? Nah, so that case was thrown out, never to be anyone charged with that again. Um, Yeah, that guy was doing some bad things to some females, you know. My good mate's got MS when he was in his 20s, can't walk anymore. Damn, his name's not Tommy, is it? So you'll never believe it. So I got diagnosed with MS when I was in prison, right? And it all came about over one. I was playing football. We used to play footballs A yard against C yard. And anyway, I went to kick the football and I dead set fell over because my leg just didn't work. And then, yeah, I went through, yeah, months and months and months of treatment. A lumbar puncture, if you know what that is, it's where they stick this big whopping needle up your spinal cord and take you, whoa. Yeah, he was a sour grapist, but a bad one, you know. He used to like bite bits off yeah, brutal, gruesome stuff. Biff, my old boy, was a screw up port for 20 years, brother. If you remember, all the crooks used to call him old time and Wickham. Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's like it's like grey hair, balding on the top. I think I know exactly who you're talking about. Actually, not a bad screw, that one. Oh no, Mandela effect, my bad. Orange lock up in the early 90s. I would imagine, bro. I would imagine. Oi, Fats. Yeah, bro. That works for me, brother. I am down. So TJ was telling me about it yesterday. I'm all for it, brother. Yesterday, day before. Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. No, I haven't ever been to New South Wales prison. Yeah, I did. Dazzacot. Yeah, I did. Zeus, it's all right, mate. Shush. Good to see you, Fat and TJ, building a friendship. Yeah, bloody oath. So yeah, I met Fat through TJ and yeah, I'm down for like I think that like too many of these other creators, not the ones we're just talking about, have chips on their shoulders and they have no interest in like reaching out to other creators and doing stuff like that. I'm all for it, bro. Like, you know, I wouldn't have got to like, you know, where I am in my life right now if I wasn't given a second chance. So bro, I give everyone a chance, and yeah, I think that that's the best way to live. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too, Wazza. But yeah, I don't think he acted alone. Yeah, that's mad. That's mad, Yaska. You actually got the top fan badge today. I was having a look. I took a photo of it. I'll see if I can get it up. No, sorry, I got it wrong. So here's the top five. So we've got number one, Dally Wick. Number two, Steven Spadotto. No Pancreas is number three. Sando number four, and Colin number five. That's our top five viewers at the moment, I suppose. So how do you get to the top? Is it's just it's commenting that gives you that. Ah, well there you go. You got number three, brother. You seem like an awesome human now, Biff. It takes time to get rid of real anger, bro. True, bro. I was, and if I'm honest, like I'm still working on it, but yeah. You need to check out experience points or XP. Here's how to get them. Send live chat messages, super chats, and super stickers. That's exactly right. Yeah. And you will get, thank you, AB, and you will get XP points. Yeah. So Daly Wicks on 250 XP points. Stephen Pedotto's on 75. As a matter of fact, the next four are on 75. So Stephen Pedotto, No Pancreas, Sando, and Colin all on 75. Thank you, Colin. Do you suffer from frustration and anger, or do you have ways to manage it? Like, look, bro, I'd be lying if I said that I still didn't suffer from anger, but like, yeah, I definitely have ways to manage it. I've got things that I do now. If I feel like I'm going to get angry, I'm going to fly off or whatever. But I am pretty good at like diffusing situations. I know that like some little punk down the street trying to fight me, I know I'm going to be making him pick up his teeth with broken fingers, and that's going to get me sent to jail. So like, yeah, I know how to disengage really well with that kind of shit now. My net cut out. Did you look up? Bro. So yeah, I did. I haven't finished looking up, but I did look up, bro. And don't worry, I'm definitely doing a video on old Fifey. Um, yeah. So most of the yards at Port Phillip will be closed in 2 weeks. We'll catch up. Oh yeah, talking to him. Sorry. Do you think coppers watch you and try and get you locked back up, or you don't think they do? So like, not now, but when I first started. So I don't know if you guys were following me since 2023 when I first started. So like, I actually went through like weeks and weeks of getting my house raided every second day. The police took every one of my devices, every single one of my phones, every one of my cameras, everything, and literally like was locked out of my YouTube for like 6 months. You guys might remember that I couldn't post any videos or nothing like. And the worst thing was, they took all my stuff off me at the worst time. I was literally gaining like 1,200 subscribers a day at that time. So 1,200 subscribers a day, I started off gaining that many at 2,000, and then got up to 18,000 subscribers, and then had all my stuff taken off me. And because they were trying to get into my Google account, my YouTube and stuff, Google's got pretty good security. They just locked my whole YouTube down and had to go through like jump through hoops to get it all back. It was a nightmare. But a lot of you guys would remember that. Yeah, this is live. This is live, mate. Gregory David Roberts wrote Santaram. Hey, that's actually really good. And I think it's on maybe Stan, is it? But I actually read that book in prison. I read that book. I'm really good on like I'm really big on reading, not so much on the outside, but I was really big on reading on the inside. I read, if you guys haven't read Marching Powder, um, that is absolutely mind blowing book. It's about a prison in South America that was making like a quarter of the world's amount of cocaine inside the prison. It's crazy. Do you know anything about the car bombing in North Coburg? Nah, I don't. Nah. I have. So have I ever read Papillon? I have. So French, I believe. I believe. So in prison and is like a whatever you like he's a foreigner in a prison and it's about I have. Yeah, Marching Powder, great book. Yeah, I read Iceman, good book, good book, good book. I love the sound of that, AB. Yeah, I read as much as I could. Yeah, so I did. I did come across Craig Minogue. When I met him, he was like quite a dude, and it was when I got sent up to Loddon, and I wasn't there for very long. I have a video on it, and I actually done 19 months in segregation after getting sent up to Loddon. I don't know what they were thinking, sending an A2 asterisk prisoner to a B rating prison like it was always going to happen. I'm not saying it's their fault for what happened, but it's alleged that I made somebody wear one of those old school TVs as a hat, and I was charged with attempted murder. Actually, I heard Victor Brinkat might get out soon. What do you reckon? I don't think so. No, no, he will never get out. Never, never, never. Kylie Minogue, was she wearing her gold shorts? With all this lawyer X, I don't see Victor getting out soon. No way. Yeah, but look, Victor's never getting out. So Richard Kuklinski, right? So what he did was actually very solid. So he confessed. Obviously, he committed a lot of murders himself, but he confessed to a lot of murders that he didn't even do just to get his pals off. It's a pretty solid thing to do. He knew he was going to be doing the rest of his life in prison anyway, so he put his hand up to a lot of things that his mates done to get him off. You know. If you think with all this, yeah, the bloke used to practice his killing methods on homeless people. Like that's someone dedicated to their trade. I was at Bendigo with Brinkat, tried to escape over industry rooftop. Yeah, look, yeah, I've done time with him at the old Beechworth. Sammy the Bull and Michael Franchese says that Kuklinski was a pathological liar. Yeah, Biff, do you think that Biff, do you know my brother, Robert Minity, boxer, was in? Yeah, I do, bro. I do. I do know. Yeah, look, I think it's the same kind of thing like with Chopper, except for different things. Um yeah, fats I do, bro. So you guys reckon that me doing interviews with like ex mafioso members from the American mafia would go well? Let's get a thumbs up of how many people in here right now would think an interview with like ex well known mafia people would do well on this page. Yeah, I know that. I know. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Well, let's just say maybe it's something we can work towards. I reckon there's probably someone here that can back me up on saying we can work towards that. Yeah, the new beach wharf is like a holiday farm. I was actually one of the first 150 people at the new beach wharf. I was literally ripping the plastic off my bed. Very first person to sleep in that bed. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about Gravano. I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about well known mafia. And I'm not talking about franchisee either. Like, I'm talking about well known ones that are maybe doing the circuit right now. I said the flooring in the new. Oh, okay. If I can line you up with big UF mobsters, big UF, hit me up, bro. Like, I'm definitely down for it. My email address is added to my profile, and yeah, I'm definitely down for it. I think definitely, yeah, I'd be interested in doing that too. Thank you, Wolfan. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think that'd be good as Biff. I remember you just getting the hard luck tattoo just after finding out about the MS. Bullshit, bro. You mean this? On my knuckles, hard luck? Bro, that means you must have been in Scarb South with me. You must have been in Scarb South with me to know that. I was diagnosed when I was in Scarb South, and that's where I got most of my prison ink from. Hey, Bellium with the bloody $20. Thank you so much. Hey, Biff, how much time will Mark Martinage from Kilsyth get that he's the guy that killed the innocent dog? Um, so yeah, like so those people are getting a bit of time at the moment. So like any type of animal cruelty, that guy will dead set like people. Like I swear to God, every single second person will be giving him that many lefts. He'll be begging for a right. I want to value him. And you know how you said before you think that people are trying to clip me and post it? Go for it, bro. I'm of the firm belief that negative publicity is just as good publicity. So let them go for it. Hey, do you want to see my dog? I've got an 80-kilo American Bully XL. Who wants to see my big boy? I'll tell you what, if I get 5 thumbs up, I'll get my dog in here so you can see him. So I imported him from America. He's one of the rarest colors you can get. So he's called Ghost Lilac Tri. He's a tricolor American Bully. All right, I'll go get him. One moment. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put some bloody elevator music on for you. Hang on. All right, hang on. I'll get this out of the way. So, up, yeah. You say hello. You say hello. You say hello. Yeah, look. Yeah, come here. Yeah. Come up here. Yeah. Come here, boy. Yeah. 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 Come here. Come here. Come on. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah. No. If I didn't do YouTube, what do you think I'd be doing? I don't know. YouTube keeps me grounded, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, he's a big boy. I'll tell you what I'll do for a sec. I'll 1 second. Okay, maybe not. Wait, how do I do that again? Oh, I've got no idea. He's a boy. Yeah. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right. Hang on. How do I get this bloody background off? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Right. I did this before. I've got no idea how to get this bloody background off. Turning that music off too. That was brain numbing. Made a beef Wellington for the first time. Tuesday was bloody delicious. No death caps. That's good. Okay. Thank you, AB. Uh-huh. Aha. There we go. Dizzy boy. Come here. What are you doing, big boy? Come here. That's a good boy. Yeah. Sit. Speak. 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 Knuckles. Good boy. There we go. AB, you are a bloody legend, mate. I'm telling you. Yeah, so he was 78 kilos, but we recently just weighed him and he's 80 kilos on the dot. If I write a letter to a prisoner without that. So, Bianca, you can ring the map and they will give you that person's CRN. Yeah, he's a big boy. Aren't you, bullfed? A big boy, aren't you? Speak. Good boy. Biff from Back to the Future, make like a tree and leave. Bro, he is. And like, he's pretty well trained as well. Did you ever feel any spirits at Pentridge when you walked into certain cells or blah, blah, blah? So no, I'm only 42 years old. I know that's probably older than some people, most people, whatever, but like, so Pentridge had closed down when I first started prison. That's not to say that I haven't been in Pentridge. If you have a look on one of my videos, so I actually was running from the Coburg police one day and I jumped into Pentridge police. I'm probably one of the only people in the world who's jumped into a prison instead of jumping out of a prison. I didn't know it was a prison. I was just running away from the police, and then I seen a big wall next to a big shed. I got up on the big wall and tried jumping down, nearly broke my leg, and I got caught. As a matter of fact, that big scar there is from when the police got me. They put handcuffs on my feet and they hog tied me and then ran up and kicked me in the mouth. And that them actually doing that got me and all my friends so we got pulled over in Sydney Road in Coburg, and I was on bail and I was supposed to be in Benalla at 9 o'clock. I wasn't supposed to leave my house past 9 p.m. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Coburg. I knew I was screwed. So yeah, I just took off running. And yeah, so the cops are running after me and they're saying, "We're going to kill you. We're the Coburg police." And I'm yelling back, "Well, like I'm going to stop then, hero." Telling me you're going to bloody kill me. I've been to Pentridge when it's closed. True. But yeah, no, I never went to Pentridge. I have been to every other prison. I've been to the old Beechworth. I didn't do Bendigo or Geelong though, actually. 80 kilos. No, it can't be. Are you kidding me? You see the size of this dog, bro? Bro, I don't listen. I don't talk shit. It's just not even in my vocabulary to talk lies to people. And it would be silly to say that my dog weighs 80 kilos when he doesn't. Like, but that dog weighs 80 kilos, mate. Thank you, Kano. Hey, Biff, how long do you think that Joshua Brown will last in prison? Or do you think he's, bro? That guy will be having. He would have had accidents the day he got there. So you're saying because Carl Williams weighed 87 kilos that my dog can't weigh 87 kilos? Well, I'll tell you this because you're obviously on Google now trying to like prove me a liar. Jump on Google and Google how much the average American Bully XL weighs, and then come back to me and I'll expect an apology. Thank you. Do I know Kyle Green from when I was locked up? Yeah, I know Kyle Green from when we were locked up. You can ask him about what happened out the front of Fishburn East one day. He knows me real well. Carl Williams did not weigh 87 kilos since he was 16 years old. I promise you that right now. Yeah. Oi, my dad used to do that. XSYL. My dad dead set used to drop me and my brother off out the front of Tirana. And dead set done it one day out the front of Malmesbury as well, which you know is in the middle of freaking nowhere. And my brother's nearly 5 years older than me. I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, what's going on here? My pocket. So I've got a pocket bully as well. She's just not here at the moment, but I do have a pocket bully as well. I see a lilac American Bulma who's a female that weighed 80 kilo, no problems at all. Yeah. No, I haven't done Jay Ward Ghost Tour. Yeah, that's what it was like. Go to Tirana to get education. You know what, Shano? I had a bull Arab before I had so that was the last dog I had before I had my American bullies. You know when the tax man came around in like 2021 for all them lucky people, I imported a couple of dogs from the States. So I imported one pocket bully, one American bully XL, and then I brought another American bully XL from Sydney. Oh, no way. So my female, so if you know who Godzilla is, the $1 million bully. So Godzilla is my pocket bully's grandfather. So yeah, grandfather. I remember seeing an interview with him. Was a great watch. Yeah, bro. It's a very, very, very normal weight for bro. They're called American Bully XLs for a reason. They're not called American Bully XSs. Um, but yeah, no, not really. But if you have a look, like if you jump over to TJ official Mel, you'll see that he was pulled over because he had me in the car and we were filming in my hometown yesterday. And they're asking me my name, and I was just flabbergasted. I'm like, why would I give you my name? And they're like, what's your address? And I'm like, well, I don't have to give you that either. Yeah, 100%. Well, there you go. American Bully Mini. Yeah, so a standard American Bully is 60 kilos. My pocket bully weighs bloody 38, nearly 40 kilos, and it's smaller than a Staffy. They're big dogs. Have I ever thought about breeding again? Here's the truth, bro, right? I'm not going to lie. Bro, I thought I was like, I've seen some things in my time and stuff like that, but let me tell you, nothing broke my heart. And like, I've seen some bad shit, you know? Breeding dogs broke my heart, you know, puppies die and yeah, it was just very, very hard for me, and it actually surprised me. I thought that I thought that I'd be a lot different than that, but it really, really affected me mentally. And because like you have a connection with all your puppies, and like every single one of them I just fell in love with. And yeah, I ended up losing like 3 out of that litter, and I was just like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. Yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie, Dazaconda. Oh, thank you, Forever Flat. Cops are the criminals. Hey, Biff for PM. Let's go. No worries. I'm actually, so guys, so if you want to just hang around for 5 minutes, Karen. So I'm going to stay on there I'm going to stay on for another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to jump off. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's joined this live. We've kept good numbers the whole live. I'm really, really happy with the interaction with everyone, and I'm glad. So this is going to be something that we're going to be doing more often. I think Friday night's the best night, either Friday or Saturday night, because then people don't have to work. Well, most people don't have to work, and I just think that it's better doing like, you know, one day on the weekend. I was a bit of a skinhead living on the streets, the Valley of Brisbane. I'd say my name was Alma Fudd. It's absolutely pissed them off. Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuned in, and like, yeah, like legitimately, like, wow. Just I appreciate it so much. I appreciate everyone who's chucked in the super thanks and the super likes and the super duper freaking duper likes and thanks, whatever they're called. Thank you so much. But yeah, this time's friggin' flew by. It's been awesome. Yeah, I think Friday night as well. But can I just have everyone that's in here? Can I get everyone that's in here? Please give AB, so Anonymous Browser, a thank you and a thumbs up. Like, that guy's been a really, really big help behind the scenes here, and I just want him to know how much I appreciate him. So if we could get you all to give him a thumbs up, that'd be all very much appreciated. Well, welcome. I'm glad you welcome to your first live. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Legend, AB. But not only that, guys, I just want to thank all you guys, all you subscribers, members that are here for this live. That means so much to me. And yeah, all you guys that have been so supportive with your super likes and your super thanks and your bloody duper duper thanks, whatever they're called. I forget the name of them every single time, but I am very thankful, whatever they're called. And yeah, you guys are all legends. And just know that my page wouldn't be what it is today without you guys. You guys make it what it is, and it's you guys that push me to want to do bigger and better things. And yeah, just thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. But all right, guys. Yep, that's me. I've got 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. So if you guys have got anything else you want to say goodbye or whatever. AB says you have a real message. You can create real change for your youth, and any small role can play in supporting that. I am grateful that opportunity to help. So thank you. No, thank you, bro. But thank you so much, bro. You're an absolute gentleman. And yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, legends. Well, we've got 32 seconds and I'm about to hit the frog and toad. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, TJ's videos coming out soon. That's going to be an absolute banger as well. I've also got some of my own footage that I filmed on that day that I'm going to be dropping over the weekend as well. So keep your eyes out for that. And yeah, thank you for everyone for being here, for joining my live, and for also being there for all my videos. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are absolute legends, and I absolutely appreciate it. So just know that much love from me to you guys. And yeah, this is something that's going to be happening every Friday from now on. So yeah. All right, guys. Rightio, I'm going to take off. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you so much. Like I always say at the end of every single video, don't do drugs and crime and you won't end up in prison. We out.